Hey guys, Frank here. So today I'm going to be doing a quick review on the Schrade SCHF16. This is a neck knife. First neck knife I've ever owned. They've always kind of caught my attention. I thought it was a neat idea to keep a knife around your neck rather than in your pocket or on your belt. More or less, I've never owned a neck knife. This is my first one, and it was only 20 bucks. So there's not really anything bad I can say about it. Nice little knife. Here it is, the Schrade SCHF16. Kind of see the name of it right there. Nice little smooth blade, regular straight edge, hollow grind. Then you got some coarse stippling over the top. I'd say this blade's about 1/8 of an inch thick right at the top here. Maybe a little bit under, but it's pretty wide. Let me give you some of the statistics on this knife. I do gotta say, I like the way this knife feels in your hand. Whenever I use a knife, I typically go with a hammer fist, and I always obviously cut away from me. This knife, I can't believe it was only $20. Let me start by saying that. It comes with a Kydex sheath, which I really also am impressed with. Comes with a Paracord necklace, not just some cheap leather necklace that's gonna break. There's 4 different metal lined holes here in the sheath itself. And again, you can set it up different ways if you like. It wraps really good. Just a really convenient kind of setup. The sheath is a molded sheath, obviously, and it pops off. Here's one thing I will say. This sheath is a little bit stiff when it comes factory right out of the box, so you have to kind of force it in and out about, I've probably done it 200 times, and it's still kind of stiff. So let me go ahead and do you guys a real quick video, experiment here. So this is the knife. For me to pull it out, it kind of pops back in my head. When I first got it, it was way worse than that. I thought I was gonna pop my head off pulling the knife out of the sheath, which I'm pretty sure if I do that, I'd lose some subscribers because my head would pop off, and I don't even know if I could post a video without a head. But it's kind of, I guess in a way, it looks kind of funny the way that I can pop the whole sheath up like that. So in a way, that's kind of bad. And the other thing is, I guess if I have any gripes about this knife, is be nice if there was some kind of thumb spot right here to push it off a little bit more. Some kind of like piece that kind of protruded here. And I might make something for that. I still haven't really decided, but it's not too bad once you get it set up and worn in. That being said, it's not hard to tuck this knife down into your shirt, kind of walk. You can see here that as I walk towards the camera, it does bounce a little bit right in here, but it's not too bad. It's not very noticeable. And if I got to get it out quick, I can pull it out pretty fast. All I have to do is hold the sheath itself with my left hand. This knife is pretty sharp right out of the box. Not the sharpest knife I've ever pulled out of the box, but that's fine. It's pretty sharp stock, no doubt about it. And I like the grip. It's a bit of a tough grip. Not sure what it's made out of. I'll try and look that up and splice that in. But overall, for $20, you can't beat this. It's a neat neck knife. It would make a great gift for somebody that's interested in this kind of thing. And it's really not that expensive. From Schrade, I gotta say, I mean, this is like a complete thumbs up. So I have a pretty average size hand for a person, a male. It fits in my hand. It's short, but it's a neck knife, so you gotta look at the context of the item too, so anyhow, awesome knife. Okay, so I kind of got some broken branches here that fell off a tree in my backyard, and you can kind of see I got the knife here, which good hand comparison to show you the size, something like that. So just want to go ahead and start processing this stick. Again, it looks pretty dead, but you can kind of see if anybody's into making walking sticks, I think this will be a good knife to go with. It's pretty good at nice long strokes. Not hard to cut grooves with it because it's a nice thick blade. If you have to put some kind of grooves down in here that are a little bit deeper than your average groove, in the event that you might need to wrap, you know, some kind of like paracord or something like that down around the stake or something like that, you can kind of get it a little bit more hollowed out. I like this knife for it. I like shorter knives for that purpose, and this knife really does that pretty well. So again, you can kind of see that it's kind of like tuned down a little bit there. Just go ahead and break it. Keep going here. You can see that this knife really does what you'd expect it would do. It's a neat little setup. I like it a lot. Feels good in your hand, and it's just, you know, so lightweight. You just can't beat it. Really neat little setup here. Another thing I like is the fact that, if you notice, the metal kind of protrudes here down the bottom. So you do have to watch. Like, you can't pound in. It's not a hammer. You can't pound nails in because, you know, you're going to miss eventually with surface area that's that small, and you're going to smack into your hand. That's going to hurt really bad. But it's good to have that. You just kind of have a blunt end. That way, you know, you never know. I mean, if you have to hit somebody and you don't want to kill them, or if you know, do have to pound something in that's like a little bit bigger that you're not going to worry about missing, you know, you kind of have something that's a little more blunt there other than your hand. You can kind of tap in. I think that's a good design. Obviously, this is a full tang blade. I'd estimate about 1/8 of an inch, so you can kind of see my thumb there for size comparison. And just really nice knife. I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up. I'm glad I bought it. $20. The Schrade SCHF16. You can't beat it, guys. Totally recommend it. It'll be the best $20 you ever spend on a knife. So again, real quick here, I'll just pull in the sheath for it. You can see this. This is the sheath for this knife. Paracord necklace. Knife comes right out, and you're good to go. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, like, favorite, and subscribe, and get out in the woods. Thanks for watching. Frank out.